what he meant to say was, I don't want to be in front of the camera unless it's the right price. Because that brother was in a lot of commercials.
Oh, well.
Now, he was in a lot of, now.
Well, you weren't going to pay him what he wanted.
Yeah, well, he was asking for too much.
Yeah.
He was asking for way too much.
You might say he was playing hardball.
Yeah, so, he was asking for way too much, man.
So I've heard.
And the funny thing is.
Look over here. I'm talking to you.
No, I'm talking to you, man. How you doing, man? So everyone has heard already the very, very tragic news that happened today, the middle of the day. The news is still so fresh that people are still trying to get details right. Mm-hmm. There's some things that even haven't been released yet, but I don't know, around noon sometime, 1 p.m., 2 p.m., depending on what time zone you're in. Tragically, Kobe Bryant was in an accident, and he's no longer with us. It was a helicopter accident, helicopter crash. And the other very sad thing about it is that his daughter, 13-year-old daughter, Gianna, was with him also. So this is very sad, man, to say the least, obviously.
That's what makes it truly, truly sad.
Yeah. Everybody knows his basketball accomplishments. There's so many out there that I wouldn't even have time to pull a segment together today for that. But, anybody who follows basketball cannot be denied some of his higher achievements out there, like him passing Jordan, all-time scoring list. This happened back in 2014.
That's inappropriate because not only did his first point come from the free throw line, but he scored many more points. He deserves everything he gets. And
everybody's going to be hearing about that. This is a man that is so big, so popular, so amazing at what he did that even people who don't know basketball, people who don't follow sports, they know Kobe Bryant. Mm-hmm. I went to go turn in I rented a car to go to Houston. And I turned in my car today, and they at the place, even they were like, I went to turn my car and like, man, did y'all hear about Kobe Bryant? And I was like, don't you want your car? Like, man, the car, Kobe, man. Don't you know? And I was like, okay, sorry, shit, I'll drive myself home.
I'm leave it.
Yeah, man. So what I thought I'd do today, instead of sitting back and talking about the tragedy, which look, there's no denying what happened, and we have to talk about it. But instead of contributing to all of the mourning that's going on and sadness that's happening, I thought what we usually do here is that we like to celebrate people's lives when they've made huge accomplishments.
Sure.
And I thought it would be good to celebrate some of the many accomplishments that he made within basketball, which we kind of just did right there, but mostly the accomplishments that he made outside of basketball and with his charisma. Mm-hmm. Ever since he was a young man, 12 years old. There's a video that was put out of him not playing basketball, dancing his ass off.
Oh, yeah?
Dancing his ass off to Ice Ice Baby, 12 years old, dancing his ass off. That's him in the middle right there. What happened if you just threw a basketball?
Spin it on one finger. Get it in one shot behind his back.
It was one point where
a goal would just appear.
Just start dunking on people. I'm not even playing, man. Come on. Auditorium's empty. Ain't nobody. Everybody went home.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that guy had charisma. That charisma that you saw right there with him being 12 years old, he brought that to the court. Mm-hmm. There was one point. I think this might have been the final 2 free throws, maybe not. I don't know, but I know that I think this is close to one of the last games, and he was dancing on the court. Those moves you saw there, smooth moves that you saw when he was 12, brought that shit to the court in the middle of a game. Oh. I like the way even his own players are like, man, come on. Play the goddamn game, man. Yeah. Jack Nicholson, get it, Kobe, get it. Yeah, man. Kobe was 41 years old today when he passed, man. But
That's so young.
yeah, so young, and like I said, so full of life, man. You know what you saw right there in the court. That was him, man. There's anything I'm upset with about Kobe Bryant? Turn me down for Space Jam.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
that sucks.
For a man, now this man up here, you see him doing all of this. You see all of this right here. Look at that. Look at that right there. Oh, but you know what? I don't like being in front of the camera, man. What he told me. I would, man. I don't like being in front of the camera, though, man. As you can see in this Access Hollywood interview right here.
You've got now LeBron, Kobe, Space Jam 2.
What, nigga? What kind of shit are you on?
Exactly.
Kobe.
Bugs Bunny's right here. You see him?
Yeah, like he was smoking Space Jam. Man, you ain't on that Space Jam shit?
Space Jam is a great, segue there, man.
Come on, man. Just say you don't like my movie. All right? Just say it, man.
That was great.
He did not.
Like all flummoxed.
Diplomatic.
He tried.
He tried. You know he wanted to say, yeah, that's some bullshit. Just say you don't want to be in my movie, man. Just say it because he does all that dance on the court. He's been in the front of the camera a lot. But Space Jam, lost for word. Yeah, you know. Did you hear him? He's like, yeah, that's
Good.
yeah, good.
No. Space Jam is a great, segue
That's a
there,
great.
man.
He said nothing.
He said nothing. Boy, he could
If
bring
only there
himself.
had been a Twix candy bar around. Oh, oh
Boy,
Oh.
put bottle caps on the bottom of his shoes so he can tap all over that.
Being in front of the camera for me was something that never excited me.
Really?
Never. Yeah, but being in front of the camera is something I would never.
You know, he being kind of modest. I mean, I can understand that. I mean, this is a guy that poured his heart into basketball.
Sure. And I'm sure he's watched how most athletes have acted and thought, ugh, that is not going to be me.
Yeah.
I don't want that to be my legacy.
Yeah. What he meant to say was, I don't want to be in front of the camera unless it's the right price. Because that brother was in a lot of commercials.
Oh, well.
Now, he was in a lot of... Now,
Well, you weren't going to pay him what he wanted.
yeah, well, he was asking for too much.
Yeah.
He was asking for way too
You
much.
might say he was playing hardball.
Yeah, so, you know, he was asking for way too much, man.
So I've heard.
And the funny thing is...
Look over here. I'm talking to you.
No, I'm talking to you, man. How you doing, man?
That camera's not working anymore.
Boy, this button right here.
What happened to my close-up?
Man, this button. Wow.
Nothing.
Wow, nothing.
It's just me and you.
Oh, my God. Everything else is working. What happened? Oh, I'm sorry, man.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Technology.
Now, if he wants to shut the up, I'll put it back on. I was going to look at you. I was going to look
Oh,
at
you act like I'm not here. Huh? You see, I see you.
you. See
Ashtray,
me,
bitch.
I'm caught in between. I'm scared.
Yeah, put that joke in an ashtray.
Just shriveled up.
I know your eyes getting tired.
Turn to ash.
Where am I?
He's straining to keep him away, huh?
Now, Kobe, look, if you're in the NBA, they're going to put you in front of the camera.
Right. It's
At
in your
some point.
contract.
Yeah, it's in your contract. They're
Yeah.
going to put you out there for something, man. Whether you want to be in front of the camera or not. You know, that's going and it ain't. And listen, I can understand probably why he say that because you know he went to NBA. They're like, man, god damn, that's crinkly ass ball.
Sorry.
This man a cup.
It wasn't doing that earlier.
NBA says, you know, look, we gotta. They giving us money to promote shit, and they ain't asking for the bench players.
Right.
They asking for Kobe Bryant. So some old bullshit ass tie-in comes in. No matter how bad they were bad, I can understand why Kobe wouldn't want to be in some of this shit, man. They were bad. They didn't even make no sense half the time. They had a Ghostbusters tie-in,
Oh, no.
and it played out like anything. It was more like a Batman thing than it was Ghostbusters.
Really?
Let's light them up.
For real?
Yeah,
Oh
it
my
didn't make
God.
no sense at all. None. So that I can understand. We say I want to be in front of the camera. Man.
I just soon not be in front of the camera.
Yeah, but that's some shit the NBA made me do. Yeah. But
It's not, you can't show that ever again.
if you had a product to sell and Kobe was available, was for the right price, you might get him up in your commercial. Kobe, listen, I only bring up the commercials because
He actually wasn't bad in that.
No, he wasn't bad. And Kobe Bryant. Thing with Kobe Bryant, like you had to kind of pull up the commercials to celebrate really the good parts of his life and some of the parts where, as I said, man, guy played incredibly, but he had a lot of charisma. For somebody being as humble as he is, like I had no ambitions in being in front of the camera. The guy was great in front of the camera. He was in a lot of commercials, but those commercials, man, you saw his personality come out in those.
Are they wearing
Just take those old records home.
Well, they are terrible at Guitar Hero.
Not even playing it. They're just like, yeah, it's real issue.
Yeah, that's not the way to win.
Yeah, man, that's Guitar Hero. And there was a bunch of sports figures. Like you had Tony Hawk and some other guys. A-Rod,
Michael Phelps.
Yeah, man, there's A-Rod right there. But
It's Tony Hawk, but okay.
Tony Hawk. I know who Tony Hawk is. I don't know why.
I'm correcting you on sports figures.
I know. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm just saying yeah to you. Yeah. That's that. I like the way he's playing with a helmet too.
Safety first, man. That's what he's all about.
Been hitting himself with them sticks and shit. I never know. That's one where you're probably saying like, man, he was lip syncing and that and whatnot. We didn't get anybody could do that. He was look, he's not a comedian by any means, but like I said, man, the guy, you could tell like he would be fun to be around. He could be lighthearted and do serve the comedic portions of a script if need be.
Sure.
One of the commercials I remember him doing years ago was for Turkish Airlines.
Really?
Yeah, maybe I know this because maybe my wife showed it to me or something because she's always talking about Turkish Airlines. But this is a really funny ass commercial that he did for Turkish Airlines. He actually did I think he did like about 3 or 4.
This is great.
Thank you. Tastes a lot better if you scored that last shot.
I know. Just stabbed him with that fork.
Jesus, man. Gonna front his ass out on that plane. Yeah. Hey, let me tell that chef something. Ain't nowhere for you to run.
Exactly.
You want to talk some shit? Up and grabbing a parachute. You. This is a backpack.
You think what I do is easy? Tell you what, you play, I'll cook.
Yeah, say something else. I'll beat your ass.
Stick to basketball.
I'll stick to cooking.
Looking at his ass as he goes by.
He's got a limp.
I might you later.
He's like, no, he's probably like,
just to prove my point.
If you see him limp, you're like, yeah, shit, you didn't. Keep talking. You want to have another party? You should look at his ass too. Shit, that cook got it going on. Listen, they knew how to use Kobe. They didn't try to make him be too funny, but the guy, he you could tell his sense of humor was enough to where he could pull this off. There's some people who can't even do that.
Yeah, he's much better than Michael Jordan was at those things.
Watching Michael, respect Michael Jordan, but watch him in a commercial. That brother can't say hi convincingly.
They kept his dialogue down to a minimum.
I looped his dialogue on Space Jam, man, but they made me put it back in. Man. The only time they really did him wrong, man. I like the commercial, but they did his brother wrong. This commercial when they had the LeBron and I don't know if you remember this, the LeBron and the Kobe puppets.
Oh,
Nike,
yeah.
man. I don't know why they did them because it wasn't their voices, but they made them. They just put the black on thick with them, man. You listen to
Chip rings. LeBron, have you seen my 3 championship rings? Oh, my God. Because I seem to have misplaced my 3 championships.
Wait, isn't that David Allen Greer?
Yeah. Hey, baby LeBron, you seen my championship ring? Hey, Negro, you seen my ring?
Shit.
Kobe, I'm busy.
And they represent the 3 championships that I myself have won.
This is my problem.
Now, somewhere in this area, I seem to have misplaced.
You better find my goddamn ring.
Well, we gonna have a problem.
Like, man, that was the thing with Kobe. I'm like, why they do that brother like that, man? Because that was they were voiced by Kenan. What is it?
Keegan Michael Key?
No, Kenan.
Kenan Thompson.
Right
Kenan
there.
Thompson.
Look at the screen right there.
Kenan Thompson.
Oh, Kenan Thompson.
Look at that. They're looking at each other. We did good, did we? We sure did. Yeah, and David Allen Greer. Tell you why a commercial kind of bothers me a little bit. I mean, I listen, not to the point I think it's racist or anything like that. I'm not saying that. I'll tell you why that commercial bothered me a little bit. Here's a commercial with Kobe Bryant having a lot of fun, man. And I love this commercial because this commercial f***ed a lot of people up. This is where they thought LeBron James. LeBron James is superhuman, but Kobe Bryant, they thought Kobe Bryant was like a mutant. Something. Did you ever see? They thought he was like superhuman. They thought he had powers, and the internet was crazy, man. At the time they saw this, it's a Nike commercial where he jumped over. Have you ever seen this?
No.
Ever seen this?
I don't think so.
So it's a commercial where he jumped over an Aston Martin.
Come on, bring it down. I told you.
People were like, "Did he just jump a car?"
Yeah.
And then some people like, "Bitch, did you not see that car slide through there? That wheels weren't even moving with it."
The footage is so low grade,
Yeah.
it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
That car is like a. That
It's
car,
pretty grainy.
Yeah. That car is like a South Park cutout. What you say? Look at this.
I told you.
It took so many people to say that is not real, and it wasn't. But that's how much people believed in Kobe Bryant, man. And his skills.
You gotta figure. Say they didn't After Effects that. Then who is going to put up the money, the insurance, on having this multi-million-dollar player possibly not make it over that car?
Maybe did himself. We can use this.
I don't know. Maybe Shaq was driving the car. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you, Kobe. You know they had
some friction for a while.
They had tension for a while, but they got over it, man.
Yeah, of course they would.
As they always do. The thing with Kobe and Shaq is that they knew. I love a quote from Kobe Bryant. I'm not gonna try to even get it right. It's just something to the effect of like they were like a dynamic duo on the Lakers, man. Mm-hmm. But they said, yeah, it was a dynamic duo of two alpha males. On court. Like their egos were just not. It was too big for each other.
Well, they just seem like their personalities are very different, also.
Yeah. Talking about his accomplishments outside of basketball. That's what we're mostly talking about. Just his personality, his charisma, accomplishments that he's made outside of the sport. A lot of people, there was a controversy about this, and a lot of people just said, "Look, let it go, for just today, let it go," because so many people were thrilled that this man, Kobe Bryant, lived numerous lives in this life. Mm-hmm. We'd be lucky to live one of those lives that he had. In addition to being this charming person, an amazing, a legendary basketball player, now he can add to his list of accomplishments. Academy Award-winning writer.
Right. For
the Bill Keane animated short. What was it called?
I Love Basketball?
Dear Basketball.
Dear Basketball.
Well, it's possible. I don't know if it's possible. I mean, as basketball players, we're really supposed to shut up and dribble. But I'm glad we do a little bit more than that. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, if you haven't seen, and there's John Williams. He's like, who is that? Not LeBron. It's really cool.
Did they say my name again?
Now, if you haven't seen it, Dear Basketball, I mean, again, even if you don't like basketball, it's a great animated short. The animation is it's very stylized. Some people might say it's kind of limited, but it is it's just very stylized. I like it because Bill Keane, who is an amazing animator, you get to see just his great draftsmanship on the sketches in this short.
I knew one thing was real. I fell in love with you. I never saw the end of the tunnel.
I like how a lot of people want to complain about Kobe Bryant's past when it came. I'm gonna throw this in here. I know y'all gonna say, of course you had to. They gonna talk about his past, but they still gonna embrace other people who have allegations and actually done those. So it shouldn't have been a big deal with him coming up and accepting this award at all. And you see how well he, you see how gracious he was with accepting that award.
Yeah,
That
he's
was-
very gracious.
That speech that he gave, he did better with his humor going up there than a lot of these actors do.
Of course.
When they get up there this is the guy. I don't want to be in front. He's not an actor. I don't want to be in front of the camera. I'm not an actor. But he gets up there and does this real gracious, well delivered speech.
He makes a self-deprecating joke.
Yeah.
Starts out that way, disarming the audience. He thanks the people he needs to thank, and then throws glory to his wife and his family, even speaking in Spanish for that, and it keeps it short.
Keeps it short. Did a lot better than some of these professional actors getting up there and taking their awards, and kept it short. And they didn't have to play no music to get them off, even though they're probably scared to. They're gonna beat my ass. Kobe Bryant, he was trying to learn a couple of languages. I think he was trying, and French was one. I think he's trying to learn the Serbian language, but spoke fluent Italian. Grew up a little bit in Italy. Did you know this? He spoke fluent Italian.
Kobe, fai 30 secondi in italiano.
Dai, facciamo. Fare le cose che sono più grandi di te stesso, sai? Le cose che...
He could be talking about Buca di Boppo. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I was thinking, I don't know Italian.
That's good.
Whatever he's speaking, he's doing it confidently. Put it that way.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You know, when I talk about him being a very inspirational guy and somewhat of, you know, as a family man, how he is, you know, it was kind of, that's what really hurts with this, man, too, is just to see that all these other lives were lost. You know, let's not forget that maybe they were famous, maybe they weren't. We don't know. Some details came out, but let's not forget that some other people died in this accident, and also, you know, one of those people being his daughter. And you know, I'll try to put a positive spin on this, man, because as you know, everybody knows that this is a very heartbreaking thing here. But let's concentrate on a very sweet aspect of this. You know, his daughter Gianna, man, she that is Gianna. I'm sorry. I have a friend whose daughter's name is Gianna. You know, that's what they say with kids, man. You know, one of the beautiful things about having kids is that they make you see things through whole new eyes.
Sure.
A whole new way. This is a man who, you know, basketball was his life. But he said, you know, I don't really watch it that much. But he lived basketball. Mm-hmm. And he said that, you know, basketball was something that was new to him, watching it with his daughter. They'd watch basketball together all the time. This is him on the podcast, All the Smoke.
You know, we'll watch. She likes watching Trae Young a lot. She watches Luka a lot. She watches James. She watches Russ. I mean, she watches Bron. She watches.
Mm-hmm. Who you would watch? She watches.
I ain't done talking about my daughter yet.
I'm sorry. Was that brother have leopard spots tattooed on the back of his neck?
Either that or he's got scales or leprosy sticking out. Oh, yeah. Maybe it's an extension of his camouflage outfit, you know.
He's committed.
I got a perfect tattoo to match his outfit. What are you gonna wear tomorrow?
Yeah.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, his outfit is like Venom. It's just taking over his body.
But I can relate.
Yeah, you have a daughter.
Yeah.
Daughters.
And watching movies with them is the movies that I've seen a bunch of times when they're like, hey, let's watch something older that you like, and I'll put something on. And watching with them, it's like I'm watching it again for the first time, and it's different.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, man. You know, he loved talking about his kids, man. You know, here's him, Jimmy Kimmel.
Hey, you gotta have a boy. You and V gotta have a boy, man. You have somebody carry on the tradition, the legacy. She's like, oh, I got this. You know, boy for that. I got this.
Told great stories too, man. He was great at telling stories. You know, this is somebody you can truly say. Again, there's a lot of players out there. I ain't gonna even name any. There's somebody acting a fool this weekend. I ain't gonna even say nothing, man. But a lot of these players, man, a lot of people can be inspired by Kobe Bryant. There's a lot of sports figures who need to look at Kobe Bryant and be like, okay, this say what you will about his life, but this is a class act, man. Mm-hmm. A lot of people can be inspired just by, again, all the things that he accomplished in life. It's a sad thing, man, what happened here. But I hope I could do this. We had some good laughs, and this is what I like to do. The tragedy of it will not be denied, and people will mourn, and that's the way it has to be. That's the way it should be. But I'm glad that we were able to come back and celebrate a lot of the things that he's done in life, and also just have have a good moment laughing about some of these things too. Because I think that's you get caught up so much in the tragedy in the morning that sometimes we forget to celebrate.
Good point.
Yeah, and that's kind of what we like to do around here. Shit, I was even gonna throw in a shirt from DTmerch.com, but no, you that off. Yeah. I'm gonna do you right.
You really were.
I was gonna get you, man. You could have had that classic black tooth white logo, man.
I'll never get it again.
No, you're not getting that now.
Yeah, now you can't eat the shirt either.
Oh man, you could have sucked on these different flavors right here. Oh, wash it down with something in that cup. Oh,
for a drink I'll never have.
Yeah, we could have called in the order on that phone with the phone cover, man.
Extra in the Tyler Perry movie with that cup.
Oh, and get the choice.